You're watching Cheery TV.
Ahoy, mateys, and welcome to Stranded Deep in Conversation, where we are here to do one thing and one thing only, that's talk like a pirate. Well, I mean, I guess I don't have to, but, I mean, it's fun. We'll kick it on and off, maybe. We'll see. But either way, howdy, everybody. We can at least do the intro in a piratey way. Welcome back to Stranded Deep in Conversation, where I talk about what I want to talk about, and also how I want to talk about it is fully up to me, and I choose pirate voice today, because that is simply because today, September 26th, is 1 week after Talk Like a Pirate Day. I fucked up, alright, I fucked up. I wanted to do this last week, but I forgot, because I was busy, but now I'm not, I'm still pretty busy, but I remembered that I wanted to do this today. So, yeah, here we are. 1 second, everybody. I'm being too messy. My boss is asking me if I'm working today, which is yesterday, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this on Wednesday night, yeah, so it's awfully busy. Are you working tomorrow? Yes. And here's my hours. There you are. Alright, now how's it going, everybody? Can't you tell I'm a bloody pirate? Matey, we're gonna have a grand old time today. But, fun fact, actually, I didn't work Thursday. I didn't work at all. I actually was making videos and stuff, and didn't get to work, so I didn't get to do any fun pirate stuff that day, which I've been waiting for 3 whole years to do the pirate thing, because I've wanted to do this stupid accent, stupid voice, whatever you call it, for 3 years. Is it there? Yep. Alright, I'm putting the phone, no, I need the phone because it's important. I should be cutting this out, but I'm not going to. I'm a fucking pirate, I can do what I want. But yeah, so I didn't get to do any fun piratey stuff on the day, but the next day, I worked from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, and I figured, hey, what a better time to talk like a pirate than at work. So I went to work. And I talked like a pirate, and I gotta say, it was an absolutely bullshit bananas time, let me tell you. Apparently, being a pirate can be sometimes pretty polarizing, at least for some people. Maybe they were once robbed of their cargo one day, I don't know, but either way, they did not, some landlubbers didn't exactly appreciate the fun that I was having. And I didn't just talk like a pirate, I wanted to be a little bit fancy with it. So I popped on the best eye patch I had, which was probably the one I got at Party City for $2, and I put on a bandana, but I couldn't wrap it around my hair fast enough because it hurt, and I was bad at tying knots. So I know, I'm a sailor, I can't tie the knots. I know, I'm ashamed of myself, but either way, yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I put the bandana on, and I had the eye patch. Now that was it. And I also had a little shitty ring that I got from the arcade for like 10 tickets. It doesn't even fit my finger. It's for children, so it went to like the first knuckle of my hand, and that was it. I was a pirate, and I was ready to be a pirate. And I gotta say, if you're not going like super loud and actually like going for it, sometimes it just sounds like I'm doing like a weird Scottish-Irish thing, which is kind of weird. At least that's how it started to sound when I first did the whole thing. But as the day went on, it went much more to pirate, and it was a good time. I enjoy making voices and being in a character or something. That's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite just anythings, you know. Like, I love mock trial, because I'd be a fucking old man, and I'd talk like an old man, and I'd have a character, and it was fun. I enjoy doing that stuff. And I love characters. I love making characters. So here we are. I'm a pirate. Hello, everybody. But that day was very fun, I gotta say. But before I talk about the instances that I had, because what I have today is all of the reactions, or at least most of the reactions that came to me that day. Well, not most, but the ones that stood out, you know, because some people didn't give a shit. They didn't seem to care at all. They were just like, alright, fucking weirdo, I'm just gonna check out and pretend nothing's happening. And then they didn't react, so I didn't think to write it down. But you know, there were some actually very, very strong reactions from some of these people, and it surprised me. But one thing that also surprised me, which had nothing to do with the accent, it actually had to do with the eye patch. Holy shit! Have you guys ever tried wearing an eye patch over your eye before? I mean, obviously, if your eye is messed up, then yeah, you do that. But if you don't, if your eye's not messed up, and you try to do that, holy shit, it's a whole new world. Let me tell you. I bumped into so much shit. It is insane. But the main thing that I'm here to talk about is what happens in the darkness. Because you go into a dark room, and your one eye is already adjusted to the light and everything. So when you go into the room, it's dark. But then I took off the eye patch, and I opened my eye, and it wasn't like bright like the room during sunlight. But I was much more susceptible to the light peeking out from under the floorboards, and you know, everything, all the light coming through the door. It was fucking crazy. It was absolutely mental. It was so cool. Like, it was like night vision. I basically had night vision, but also I wouldn't imagine it would last for very long, because you know, I assumed it was very temporary. And then, by the time I was done with the day, I went to take the eye patch off, but holy shit, it was really bright outside, so I kept it on, and then, I gave up the accent, because I wasn't at work, so I would just be some weirdo talking like a pirate, just for no reason, outside. And so then everyone just thought I had a messed up eye. And everyone was like, oh, you okay? And wow, this is a shame. And I'm like, yeah, I scratched myself real bad or something. I don't remember what I said. There was one person, though, that I was sitting at the end of the grocery store, and there was a bench, because I was waiting to hear from my sisters, because I was gonna hang out with them after work, because I worked early. And I left my cart right next to the bench, and I didn't like put it in front of the door. It was very easy to walk in and out of where I was. Well, there was one lady in particular who made the point to stare me down and say, "Hey, you is this your cart?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh well, you know, people trying to leave through the store, you know, if you care at all." And then I just fucking didn't say anything, because well, they could have just walked through. You know what they did? They walked right through, and they're like, I guess you don't care. And then as they left, I'm like, you had all the space. You had so much space. You were able to walk through without even touching my cart, so what? Huh? I didn't understand at all. It didn't make any sense to me, but, yeah, it was just fucking weird. But yeah, overall, pretty usual, neutral day. But there were some fun times. So let's get into some of the interactions today. And this kind of also doubles as a This Week in Retail, which I know I've stopped doing. It eats up so much of the time, and maybe we'll bring it back one day. Maybe it'll be a Cannibal Crossing quickie sort of topic. I don't know. But it's not like much really happens at this point, to be completely fair with you. It's all a lot of the same mode. If there's anything super important, I do actually bring it up, but it's very few and far between nowadays. Nowadays, it's all about the same, you know, you fucking swashbuckling bastards. So, as about we get to the cream of the matter, the crop of the field. I have quite the few, at least like 8 different interactions with people that all range from incredibly sweet and wholesome to just the absolute worst piece of shit I could think of. And we'll start with that, because that's the first one that I actually wrote down, because it genuinely, like, fucking stunned me so much. because I just didn't expect it at all from that day. It was like probably like halfway through the day, and I was checking out this person. Well, no, I was standing at the register first and foremost. I was just standing there, and then these two people who were probably about my age, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger. I don't really recall exactly. But they like walk up to me, and I'm like, hey, do you need checking out? And then in a pirate voice. I'm not just doing the pirate voice now. And at this point, everything is in pirate voice, and I say in these stories, they're all in pirate voice. So I say, hey, yeah, you need to check it out, and they're like, yeah, sure. And then from behind them, their mom comes out and puts some more stuff on the counter. I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll talk about this. And we had a nice little conversation. And honestly, the mom was really nice. They were just really, really positive. They were having a really fun time with the whole pirate shtick. It was honestly very nice. What wasn't nice was the son. The son, he wasn't like super in my face, rude about anything, but he was just very condescending, if that makes sense. Like, the mom was asking if I was getting ready for Halloween early, and I was like, no. I yesterday was Talk Like a Pirate Day, and I missed it because I didn't work, so I figured I would just celebrate it today because I didn't work. So where else was I gonna celebrate it? I might as well celebrate it at work the next day, just to be like, yeah. And then the son's like, it was yesterday. You missed it already. I'm like, yeah. Well, I'm doing it today. And he didn't say anything from there, and I was just like, yeah, fucking, alright, just way to be pessimistic about it, I guess. And it was just very bizarre, but he didn't speak after that. And then, I checked out this lady, and she was really nice. I gave her some little extra thingy-badoodles, because we had some, like, gift bags or something to give away, so it really added to the story. I'd be like, hey, here's some of me treasure. I'm a changed pirate here. I have some of me treasures. And it was honestly, I got a lot of laughs, and it was almost like a really good time. I had a really lot of fun doing this. And the mom was really happy about it, and as they're walking away, she's like, wasn't that like awesome? Wasn't that cool? And the guy was just like, no, he's a failure. It was yesterday. Why is he doing it now? He's literally just a failure. As he's walking out in the store with his mom, he's just calling me a failure because I missed it by a day, because I didn't work the day that I should have done it. Because I like what? And he's not like saying it like under his breath either. He's saying it like loudly and staring back at me it's like he wants me to hear it. I don't know if he's expecting me to start fucking sword fighting him or something. I don't understand what any of that was about, but he was just really rude for absolutely no reason at all, except just to make my day feel worse, which it did for a minute. And I was like, what the hell? That was just really, really messed up. What the hell? It honestly felt very demotivating, but I kept on because I wasn't going to let one jackass, ruin my day, ruin my fucking celebration. That was 3 years in the making. The last 2 years I've worked on the Pirate Day, on Talk Like a Pirate Day, and I have wanted to do this voice, but every time I look at the date and I'd be like, shit, I just missed it, like 3 days, I just missed it, it was freaking last week, well no, I didn't work 2 years ago, September, but I was like, it was like November, December, and I was like, I wonder what Talk Like a Pirate Day is, and it was already September. I'm like, shit, I missed it. And then the next year comes around, and I missed it by like a couple days, and I'm like, fuck. And then this time, I miss it because I don't work. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I put a schedule, I put it on my schedule in my calendar, and I put an alarm for it too, so I was ready. But I wasn't at the end after all, because I didn't even talk like a pirate on the day I was supposed to. So I'm a failure in both regards there. So I just sound like a fucking idiot at this point, but I don't care. It's fun. So this brings us to person number 2, which had nothing to do, really, with the pirate voice. He was just a fucking character and a half. I'm ringing this person out, for whatever they bought. I don't remember. I didn't write it down, and I honestly don't care. But I'm just ringing this dude out, and out of nowhere, we're having like the most normal, like, did you find everything okay? Would you like a bag with that sort of conversation, just basic retail worker conversation. And out of nowhere, this dude, who looks like any regular dude, just like slightly longer hair, like not longer than mine, but like up to like his like neck and shoulders, up to like his shoulders hair. It was like dirty blonde. He had like a black hoodie Nothing special. He just wore clothes, was a person, and he randomly tells me that he smells like a cop. Not like a cop, like a police officer. He's like, I don't understand if he thought maybe I was on drugs and I was trying to keep my composure by talking like a pirate to him, and he's like, I smell like a cop, but I'm a cool guy, I swear, you can drop the act. I don't understand what the fuck that was about. He just tells me he smells like a cop, and I didn't point anything out. He didn't smell like anything, to put it frankly. I can't really smell very well anyway, so I didn't smell anything. He just said this for no reason. And then as I'm done ringing him up, he stops. First he walks away for a step. He turns back around, puts his finger in the air like he's about to make a point. He's like, they're a necessary evil, There's a necessary evil. You'll remember that line. You're gonna remember that line. They're necessary evil. And then he left. And I did indeed remember that line. He wasn't kidding, because I immediately went to write it down because I was just so fucking flabbergasted about this man who just comes into the store. He's like, I smell like a police officer. But they're necessary. They're evil, but they're necessary. It's a necessary evil. I don't understand what any of that was about. And then he came in again and just bought stuff like a normal person. And then left like a normal person. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there. He just went a little crazy. Maybe he was pretending to be a pirate himself, like a movie pirate or something. I don't know. It was confusing. It was very, very strange man there. And I just don't understand where he was going. Maybe he was high, and maybe cops to be more like in character while they're undercover, they rub themselves with like catnip or something to get the weed stench going. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. There's another guy. There's actually just a really positive one that I just wrote down because it made me feel nice. Another guy thought this was just my voice. Like, I was talking like this with the eye patch on and the bandana and everything. I was decked out as much as I could. I wanted to wear like a blazer with a parrot sticking out. I forgot to bring my parrot puppet, which is a shame. I was really looking forward to that, but I forgot. But I was gonna wear another like a blazer and like just not a blazer, but like a jacket and like look more like a pirate. But I didn't want to go too into it, That'd just be crazy. It would be less fun and more just like I'm like doing this. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I could have. Maybe I should have. But either way, I'm kind of dressed as a pirate, making a pirate voice, and this guy is like, "Oh, hey, is that your voice? Is that your accent? Is that really your accent?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just talking like a pirate day." And he's like, "Oh well, that was a really good voice. I couldn't tell if that was just an accent you were doing or not." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Again, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It was just a man complimenting my pirate voice, which isn't even all that good, but I guess it was good enough to make him think that I was really a pirate, or maybe really just whatever he thought I was. He didn't really say what I was, he just thought this was my voice. So, have at it, mateys. I don't understand, but I was thankful. It was very nice. I love making voices, so whenever they actually sound different than my voice, and they stick, and they make people believe it, it's really nice. The only time that's ever really happened to me before that was one time with mock trial again, because I was doing a Boston accent for my character. He was like a private detective, and he was just he spoke like a Boston accent. I'm not gonna do a Boston accent because it's talk like a pirate day, but he had that going, and the judges were doing the competitions and stuff just thought that was my accent, and he was like, "Is that really your accent?" And they were just like, it was really good, and I was like, "Thank you." Like, "Oh, that's not your voice." "Oh, wow, I really thought that was a really convincing accent." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." It was really nice. I just like it. It makes me feel good to be complimented, even though I really don't think I was doing all that good of a job in this particular situation. But either way, it was really nice. I had some banter with a guy that ended. Oh right, yeah. There was a guy. He was like the first person of the day to really like get with it and like make jokes with me and like crack at it and just like be like, "Oh, pirate joke 1, 2, 3." No, he actually did the second. The first person to do it, he asked me what my favorite letter was, and he was like, "Arr," and I was like, "Well, my true love's the sea." And then he's like, "Oh, that's so good." I'm like, "It's everywhere. I didn't make that up myself." But it's really nice. It's really nice. He was really cool. But this guy, he was just, just ranting and bantering with me. We were having a good time. And at the end of it, he was telling me about, like, this place nearby that, like, does all, like, the stages and sound equipment and stuff for a lot of really big, like, concerts and stuff. And then he's like, you would be a great roadie or something for those guys. Like, so you could, like, travel the world and really just do some fun stuff and just explore and just see some cool shit. Like, they're hiring over there. You could go, like, apply for that. That'd be cool. I feel like it'd be cool for you to do. I feel like you'd make a good fit for that. And I don't know why. I don't know why any of what I was doing there would make me a good roadie. Like, I'm just a fucking guy doing a pirate voice. But apparently he thought that was, like, travel the world with, like, fucking Justin Bieber material. I don't understand it. But it was really nice. He was a really awesome guy. It was a lot of fun talking to him. It was just very confusing, that last bit there. But I was just like, alright, yeah. I mean, he was telling me about all cool stuff. They had, like, a whole, like roadie school or something. They had to, like a training program or whatever. He's like, you'd be a great fit for that. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you, matey. That was really nice of you. Now get the fuck out of my house. But he was cool. Interesting. I don't know if he worked there or not, but he just it was a confusing job opportunity that just he gave me because I talked like a pirate. I don't get it. In other news, though, so this guy thought I was going to be a great roadie. I could really, do roadie things. I don't even know what roadies do. I don't know what a roadie is, if I'm being honest. I know it has something to do with, like, with bands and stuff. Like, maybe it's like a guy, like, takes their equipment and apparently talks like a pirate. I don't fucking know. But I was helping some other lady out, and I did the voice and everything, and she's like, I was, just doing my pirate spiel and having a good conversation with her. And at this point, one of my coworkers is also there, and this confuses me still to this moment. But after all this pirate talk, after all of my little, let's go check oil for hop on my ship, and then I just pretended to, like, sail away and all that shit. It was stupid. It was very, very, very stupid, but it was very, very fun. And, I did all this, and the lady has, she has the gall, I guess, to say to my coworker that I would make a great Santa Claus. Because I was just so pipped up and jolly. I was just so, like, positive. So none of the voice. Maybe they thought the voice was authentic. Because again, keep in mind, this was not Talk Like a Pirate Day. This is the day after. No one's expecting a pirate. No one's expecting the voice. No one's expecting the getup. So any of this, either they're in on it or they're not. And I guess this lady was not. So they didn't comment at all about the pirate stuff. They were like, oh, this guy's such a jolly man. Don't take this the wrong way, but you'd make a great Santa Claus. And I didn't take it the wrong way. I thought it was really nice. They were just prefacing my jolliness. Which was just it was nice. It was nice. Very confusing, but very nice at the same time. Very, very strange. And I don't think I wrote this down. But there were a few people that were really just, like, not in on it. Like, I had the eye patch on and the bandana and stuff, and I thought it was, like, at least moderately obvious that it was all a character. But at least, like, 5 people, at different points in the day were like, oh, what happened to your eye? Or, oh, is your eye okay? Or, oh, is that your real voice? Just a bunch of people who just did not really get in on the joke. And one person in particular that I didn't write about, but I remember. Well, I felt so fucking stupid. I'm checking out these 2 older people, and they're really, really sweet, really, really nice. They understand the pirate talk, but it's weird though. They understood the pirate talk, but they thought the eye patch was actually legit. And they're like, "What happened to your eye? Did you hurt your eye or anything?" And I'm like, "Oh no, it's just he's talking like a pirate days, And I got the eye patch on just to get in the character. You're really in the character." And this is when the guy that is like, "Oh yeah, really? Okay, well yeah, 'cause my eye My eye doesn't work. Like, one of my eyes, like, went out, or, like, he got, like, I don't know exactly what happened, but one of his eyes is just a lot more blurred up or cloudy, or just no longer works. And it was a fairly recent thing. And he's like, yeah, my eyes stopped working. I don't know how you're not, like, I don't know how you're still functioning. I don't know how you're not bumping into things. I don't know how you're dropping stuff. And I'm telling him, oh, no, trust me. I have ran into more things on this day than I have the entire year. Which is very true. I've hit so many different things. I've tripped over so many trash cans. It's a mess. It was a mess. And, I tell him to his face, and keep in mind, he tells me, before I say this, that his eye doesn't work. He stumbles and fumbles around just as much as I have with his eye patch on. And I tell him, I don't know how they do it in the movies, I don't know how they do it with the eye patch on in the movies, how they don't just fall over themselves. To an already blind man in one eye, I tell him, I don't know how people pretend to be blind in movies. It must be hard. But also, you know what else is hard? Just being blind, like that man is in one eye. I'm just like, I hear his problems, and I'm like, oh man, I don't know how people fake that. I don't know how they fake that and get away with it. Not like you idiot. You're blind. Get wrecked. I don't know. It seemed very insensitive the moment I said it, and I didn't apologize. I just felt really fucking stupid the entire time. But it was a really nice guy. And we talked about. He apparently. The same guy. Was told by his optometrist or whatever the hell the eye doctor's called. Oncologist. I don't fucking know. Oncologist is the cancer one, isn't it? I don't know. But he was told by their doctor, the eye doctor, that it was actually a thing where the people thought that pirates wore eye patches on one of their eyes, and they would flip it to the other side, so that way they would have an eye for night and an eye for day. And I was gonna say that, that makes sense, because I have this on, and every time I go into a darker room, I can really feel the light more. I can really see a lot more in the darkness. And right before I said that, he says, yeah, it's a total myth, though. It doesn't actually work. And I'm like, oh, well, all right. A good day. I didn't say shit. I didn't give my opinions. I didn't give my interpretations of the facts. I just went along with it, because what else am I supposed to do? He clearly knows what he's talking about. His doctor told him. But I do believe him, though, because I don't think that would have lasted more than a couple minutes. Because after I eventually did take off the eye patch, it adjusted pretty quickly. So it probably wouldn't have lasted as long as expected. But also, there was still a lot of darkness. There was a lot of light when I took mine off. So maybe if you take it off and it's still dark, maybe it just works like that. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I'd like to try it now that I know it's a thing. That was just really fucking cool. I went into the bathroom, and it was pitch black. And I was going to scratch my eye. I would take off my eye patch, and I scratched my eye and I open it. And I'm like, holy shit, I could fucking see me, the toilet. If I close my eye, I can't see anything. Anything at all. I open that eye, I could see. It was crazy. It was absolutely insane. Honestly. Wear an eye patch for a few hours, and then go into the bathroom, turn the lights off, and just open your eye with the eye patch on. It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely insane. I've got two more kind of stories, and one that I want to end off on. Let's talk about this one. There was a dude who eventually kind of got into, he was one of the last people I talked to on this day, but he was just a very strange man. So he, we're talking and all that normal stuff, and then eventually he's like, oh yeah, you're like a pirate, wasn't that yesterday? Wasn't Talk Like a Pirate Day yesterday? I'm like, oh yeah, I work. A lot of people seem to know that Talk Like a Pirate Day was the day before, by the way. I never heard one person even mention Talk Like a Pirate Day. I've never heard anyone talk like a pirate on Talk Like a Pirate Day. But apparently everyone in fucking town knew it was the day before. I don't understand. That was actually one of the other topics I was going to bring up. But this guy in particular really made me think, God damn, how many people today have been ratting me out? Come on, have some decency. It was strange how many people were so on top of the fake holidays. When I was in high school, one of the things that the PA did was they announced everything. They announced the news, and then at the end they told everybody what fun, stupid holidays it was that day. It's the International Eat a Pizza Day, and it's also International Green Day. It's just but not like the band or Go Green, just the color green. It was a very, very weird holidays. There's a lot of weird, just random holidays every day. And Talk Like a Pirate Day has always been one of them to me, but apparently everyone's on top of that one in this town. I don't know why. But eventually this person is like, oh yeah, it was yesterday, but you're celebrating today. I get it, that makes sense. Well, have a good day, matey. And he says it like that. He doesn't say it with the accent. I'm gonna drop out of my accent now, just so I can tell you how he says this. He says it. We're just having a conversation. I'm pirate. He's himself. And I'm like, all right, have a great rest of your day, matey. And he's like, yeah, have a good day, matey. Like, no accent, no anything. Just a really hard just emphasis on matey. It felt like he was calling me a slur. That's what it felt. That's what it came off as. Because he looks me in the eyes, he like squints a little when he says matey. It's like he's fucking insulting me without insulting me. It was just really fucking confusing. Like, I didn't take it as an insult, but it just seemed funny because as he leaves, I'm like, did he just fucking, like, was that rude? Was he trying to be rude? I don't really understand. He's just, good day. Have a good day, matey. It was bizarre, for sure. So from now on, if I want to confuse somebody, I'm just gonna go, matey. Have a good day, matey. See how they fucking feel. I'm sure it's not good. It probably will be actually pretty good. I feel like I'd like to be called matey more than I already do, which is not at all. But yeah, overall, a pretty fun day. And I do have one more story, and this was probably the best interaction that I had that day, because there were a lot of people who went along with the pirate stuff, had a lot of fun with it, and a lot of people who didn't. You know, just some sour pussies, some sour grapes. You know, it happens when you do something stupid. It does happen. This person though was absolutely it happened. She made the day for me, and it wasn't. It was like towards the middle of the day. I was doing this voice for a couple hours. Some people commented on it. Some people were just like, "What? Why are you doing that? Stop it!" But not like stop it. But he's like, "Why are you doing that?" Oh, okay, yeah, sure. It's not the holiday, you know. It was yesterday, right? Like, morale was a little low, and I was still doing it because it was the day. I finally got to do it. I'm gonna do it. And I'm talking to this lady, and, you know, we're just having a really nice conversation. It's going very well. We're having a really nice time just talking. She's asking why I'm doing the accent. I'm telling her why, and we're just talking, you know, just basic retail stuff. It's just a regular, normal conversation, but just throwing in some pirate stuff, getting some laughs, and it was just really nice. And this person says that they were just talking to somebody about. And when I hear they were just talking to somebody about, I thought they were going to say they're just talking to someone about talking like a pirate, and I wasn't going to fucking believe them. I was going to say, absolutely no way you were just talking about. I guess it does make sense, but I don't believe you. But they didn't say that. They said they're talking to somebody about a positivity train. And what they meant by that was, like, someone does a nice thing for somebody or says something nice to somebody, and then that person is like, oh, that was so nice. And then they be nice to somebody else as a result of that. And then that chains and makes another positive thing happen, and another positive, another positive. And it's just like a constant, because one person did something positive for somebody, or did to somebody, or said something nice, or whatever it was, that it will carry on and impact everyone else that person talks to. And then from there on and then on. So, and they said all like the understanding of what it was, and they said thank you to me for starting their positivity train. And I was so just taken aback from that, because all I was doing was talking like a pirate, half-assedly, because I just wanted to do it because I thought it'd be fun for me to do. And I thought it would be fun to hear, and it would be a good time. I didn't expect anybody to really take that and be like, oh, that's so fucking awesome, and you're making my day. Like, they basically said I made their day. And that absolutely means that was just so nice. For anybody to fucking tell me that me doing some stupid shit at work, just having a blast, having fun, for the name of having fun, that it actually impacted their day positively, and they're going to have a better day because of it. That just... How do you not smile at that? How do you not just genuinely, like, I almost teared up because I was just taken aback so much. I was like, oh, that's so nice. It was just really nice, you know. That's just really cool. And that definitely was like, you know what? No, I don't care what everyone's saying. I'm gonna keep doing it. And I did it for the entire 9-hour shift, and I had absolute blast doing it. And my coworkers thought it was funny. And the customers, those who weren't just kind of assholes and weird about it, they thought it was funny. They had a good time with it. It was overall a very positive day, and I have nothing but positive memories now thinking about that day a week later. And even though there were a couple of sour grapes, it does not actually spoil the bunch, as I found out today. Well, that day. Not today. That day. It was last week. But yeah. Folks at home, that's all I've got for you today. I know it's a shorter episode, but also I need to get the entirety of the gameplay and the editing. Fucking yeah, right. I have to get the gameplay up, recorded, and then I gotta put it all together and all that shit. I got a lot to do in the morning, and I wake up I need to do it before I go to work, which is pretty early in the morning. So it's probably best interest for me to keep it short. I swear I'm going to work on actually getting these on Spotify. I know only really one person is asking for that. Jeez, Bree, I'm gonna get it going. You wait, you're sorry behind. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. I've just been very, very busy, so I've not had much time to actually do anything other than work, do a couple of things that I want to do, and then record videos and stuff. Like, that's basically the limited time I have to actually just do nothing mainly is spent just actually doing something that I want to do, which isn't really like YouTube related at all. It's more so just me watching a show I want to watch or practicing fucking instruments and stuff. I got a bass yesterday. It's fucking awesome. I have no idea what I'm doing with it, but it's fucking awesome. Music's cool. That's all I gotta say. Music is very cool. But yeah, so more things to come. No more pirate voice as of now. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Stranded Deep in Conversation. I'll see you all Saturday, where we'll be going live, playing some more For the King. And yeah, that's really all I have. That's all she wrote. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.